Calling you radical. You want the good news from Japan or you want the bad news from Japan? You want the bad news from consumption junkies? What's your function? Consume, obey, die young of cancer and loving it. So, the cancer epidemic in children in Utah. Did you see Tom Brady give that little 10-year-old? He's from here. It's a cool story. But now, 10 years ago, what happened? 10 years ago, my two little grandsons are 10, born that month. We know factually there's a cancer outbreak in Utah in children. My nephew, 3 doors down, he's in primary children's, has been for the last 2 years. Make-A-Wish came and visited and gave him a whore. He's alive. He's tough as nails, that little guy. He's fighting neuroblastoma. Atlee's little sister's 5. She's in primaries. She's battling acute ALL. You know, both of them no hair. I mean, brutal. Brutal. KSL play the feel-good fairy tale. Yay, Tom Brady, but they won't talk about the cause. Run for the cure. Run for the cure. Run for the cure. Why not fight the cause? So I'm getting ready. I'm closing in on my 10 years. My cancer. So let's talk about the good news out of Japan. They had the first election over there in the parliamentary procedure, and the radical, far extreme pro-nuclear energy candidate lost to an anti-nuclear. Now, you know the parliament vote is on boo, Halloween. Ooh. What are you going to dress up as? Biden? Trump? Obama? The three-headed snake? The trilogy? The pro-Fukushima trilogy? Abby. You want to talk scary? I think maybe I'll dress up as Abby. Oh, whoa, boo, motherfuckers. So, that's the good news. The bad news, possibly found the cores. So the volcano has erupted. The volcano has erupted. So we know for a fact China syndrome, which you know I named Delmar Argentina syndrome. I'm the first guy on earth that reported there was real China syndrome going on at Fukushima and early on the disaster. You don't think China syndrome's real? Look up and I like how they tag the name of it so nobody can find it on 60 Minutes. Robots going in to save Fukushima. They've even rebroadcast it, but they won't put the proper name. They won't tag the proper name so you can't find it. Lake Barrett, who's the cover-up kingpin, who I know personally, to Leslie Stahl on 60 Minutes, told you on day 3,112 what Kevin Blanch told you in 1 hour. These are full blown-out China syndrome. Where are the cores at? See those holes? They burrowed in. Now, this is important because recently, not TEPCO, not GE, not even the Idaho National Lab, not even the United States Nuclear Crime Syndicate got in there. The NRA, not to be confused with the NRA. The NRA in Japan is their nuclear regulatory authority. They finally got in after 4,000 days, nearly 3,900. And all they did was send a little robot onto the top of, they have a metal sheet over the core holes now. And just on top of the, I used to saw concrete for conceal. I was working on the Mormon church office buildings when Hoffman blew himself up when we were sandbagging for the floods. Bangerter's pumps. They only core drilled that deep. How many curies was it? How many, not microsieverts, sieverts kill you in seconds. Oh yeah, we got workers in there in paper suits. Okay, sure you do. The homeless, the distraught, the people that owe the mob money. If this doesn't prove you the mob is nuclear energy. You know who supposedly ran the clinic? The Japanese mob. Ooh, you think they're nasty? Whoa. So, the Ricken Lab on chemo. So, Leslie Stahl to Lake Barrett. Where are they? Right there. Pacific Ocean's right there. This is like going to the moon. Way bigger than that. This has never happened before. Scientists are mystified. They're baffled. They're puzzled. They're stumped since 2011. Feel good. Fairy tale news. Tom Brady gives ball to cancer. victim. Which is cool. I think it's great. That little guy fighting. Nothing tougher than the little, I'm down there at primaries. I was until COVID. I was head of the support group at LDS for a while. But, Colin Powell, let me tell you something. You get anything. People talk shit on the mask. I've been wearing a mask off and on for fucking 10 years. Us cancer victims, we know all about the mask, don't we? Our neutrophils go to zero. Colin Powell's got multiple myeloma, same thing. Get COVID. Get COVID while you have multiple myeloma, while you're on any cancer treatment. It's over. I'm here to tell you. So think about it. The whole cancer treatment right now is about scary, but kids are tough. Kids are tough. And this whole vaccinating children, I'm vaxxed. But remember, I was given 2 months to live. I have AML leukemia. And I have a fucking fake aortic valve in my fucking... Where's your medical card? This is important. Remember, I have a fake aortic valve inside my fucking heart. I can't afford to be getting an infection. I can't be affording to get COVID. I'm like a great Vince Lombardi. What do you do when you play the greatest fucking meanest nasty defense? You go right at them. I've got vaxxed early, really early vax, and I'm not going to get a booster until my doctor says, because I got the J&J. Simple. I don't listen to this fucking media and this hype and this fucking thing. Everybody's individual case is different. I have AML leukemia. I was given 2 months to live. The doctor that saved my life, Vincent Bimbo, I talked to them. My cardiologist who fucking split me open, pour me out. My little grandson who was born 10 years old that year, I'll never forget it. I'm in there suffering. Woo, open heart surgery. I went to medical school when I was young. In fact, my uncle thought for sure I was going to be a heart surgeon like him. I remember at the University of Utah, I got to watch one of the early ones. Got to be in there and watch. I'm like, they ain't never doing that to me. I'll fucking die first. Dr. Connors, when he says, well, there's other ways to the growing, but I don't really trust him yet. I know I've done lots and lots of them. Your uncle trained me. I'm going to split you open. You can join the Zipper Club, Kev. I used to coach a lot of youth athletics in this town. I says to him, I hope I was nice to you when you were a little boy, because I used to coach you. They all know me. You better hope you were nice to me, because I'm going to hold your heart in my hand for 6 hours. Whoa, go through that. My grandson walks in the room and he goes, first thing he looks at me and I'm, hooked up. Those kids were born, those 2011 ones. That is a crop, man. I'm telling you. That is one powerful crop of youth. Whoa. I never seen athletes like this. These kids are freaking brilliant. What a crop. They got to be. To survive. And they're tough as nails and they're survivors. I'm against vaccinating kids. Big time. Big time. Kids are not dying from this disease. They need the natural immunity to survive this fucking nightmare we've pushed onto them. What have we dealt these guys? Consumption junkies, so off the port. So the core. The volcano has erupted. Is the plutonium, is the core in that mantle? Is it in that volcano? You think that's far-fetched? You're fucking know nothing. You know nothing. What an eruption. Wow. Again, Lake Berkeley saw, of course. China syndrome's very fucking real. I talked to Jane Fond at the Peace Vigil. Somebody sent me a documentary that's got some evangelical guy, and he says, you're in this documentary a couple years ago. I said, I remember the day that guy was shooting that piece in front of the Peace Vigil. I'm in it. A couple times I'm in it. I remember having a conversation with him. He's going off on biblical times. And I'm like, oh boy. And we had a really great conversation, he and I. Of course, I'll get 195 views because he's an evangelical. Jesus coming back, and I'm just telling the reality as it happens, and he'll get 20 fucking bazillion fucking views. It's Halloween. So the consumption junkie container's off the fucking coast. We broke the record every year. Amazon's getting richer and richer and richer and richer. Amazon distribution. Just remember, Jeff Bezos' granddaddy was the first propagandist for the nuclear energy crime syndicate at Los Alamos. Where's Epstein's fucking ranch? All roads lead to Los Alamos. Oh boy. So, first, I mean, we had the sewer dump and break, but now we've got, what do they do with their sewer on those ships? They legally can dump it. We fought that. That was before Fukushima happened. That was the big fight going on in California, where they could bait in the cruise ships and allow them to dump their waste. Well, they let them. You ever seen they want to compete freaking growth for the sake of growth with Florida. Okay. So, come drink your desal water at Carlsbad desal plant. 20% of all water in San Diego's coming, and then they wonder why everybody's getting cancer down there. Drink up. I don't drink that water. You drink beer? You eat food? You bathe? You shower? Unavoidable. So, we have the oil that the ship broke the pipe. Now we have one of them on fire. And they said it's a toxic waste. A container hauling toxic fucking waste is on fire. It's off the coast of Santa Barbara. And by the way, Santa Barbara off the coast right there used to be the greatest place in the world. That's the big whale watching spot, which used to be so great. Yeah, it's called Oil Point. Oil Point. You do know that's where the cows got unleashed. Cows are not native here. All these rats, yeehaw, because it's naturals occupying an Oregon bird refuge. Yeehaw, yeehaw, yeehaw. I watched Bonanza Gunsmoke when I was a kid, and I grew up in a subdivision. I got a pair of cowboy boots, and I'm going to go get me a horse. Horses aren't natural here either. You know, natives didn't ride around on horses. There was no such thing. Yeah, I saw painting. I saw a spaghetti western. It becomes as natural as unleashing cattle onto the Santa Barbara, California landscape. That's how the Spaniards first started doing their gig here, was they would pasture their cows at Santa Barbara. I was just there recently, and I'm like, what the fuck? Out there on those beautiful rolling hills, and I'm like, near the cliffs, those fucking zebras? Yeah, and I talked to a guy, and he says, yeah, this restaurateur is fucking exotic. He's serving zebra meat. He's got a zebra ranch out here. I'm like, fuck, Orwell would have a heyday with this, wouldn't he? On Balco, on chemo. Dead tide pools at your feet, Edie. We can't go. My favorite is we go to Point Loma, and you go out to Point Loma. And I've been thinking a lot about this. This is proof of Orwellian. It's lined up. I have my Point Loma card in my wallet. My season pass. Fucking, they're expensive now. $25 a head to get in there. And it's just packed, and they're just tromping through them. Now, there's part of it's restricted. They won't let. And I've seen the tide pools there, too. They're just as dead. So you'll see people, and you talk to them, and they're, how was it? What'd you say? Oh, we found lots of stuff. You did? You did? Did you find any starfish? No. Find any upper California purple? No. Find any California cucumbers? No. Found any bananas? No. Find any sea slugs? What's that? You find any California hares? This one girl I was talking to, she had a brittle star in her hand. Her dad was saying, oh, you found a starfish. I said, that's not a starfish. That's an insect. They don't even know. It becomes as natural as unleashing cattle onto the Santa Barbara landscape. So you got a toxic ship on fire now. They're just annihilating our ocean. Just crushing it. The fuel grade that they come across with your consumption paradigm, I knew it when NAFTA happened. You know, I was not a huge fan of Ross Perot's, but I did agree with his full 100% tariffs. And Trump used the tariffs as a weapon. Trump was a fraud. Trump freaking played the countercultures and sucked the wind out of it. Just like Obama, fuck, did he do a number on the fucking left fools. What about the right? Oh, they got ate up by Bush. Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction. Trump freaking got in. He talked a big game, didn't he? I'm going to release the JFK file the second I get in. Oh, after watching, I said no. My daughter asked me, do you think the CIA killed Kennedy? Of course they killed Kennedy. So yesterday, Biden was supposed to release it. Oh, nope. Delayed. That's how they play. Delay, 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 delay till we're all dead. You know, the imperialists, they don't have to gain anything anymore. They got everything. Bezos, Gates, they're imperialist. You know? What's the definition of imperialism? Billionaires who pay no taxes. So keep consuming. Keep consuming. So we went from 12% of consuming the world's product in 19 AD. John Lennon blown away. What else do I have to say? We broke the record last year. We went over 50%. We make up less than 4% of the world's population. I want you to think about that. And we call ourselves Christian. KSL, which is owned by the Mormon Church, just nothing but pounds of the consumption. Yes, the freaking supply chain shock. Get out there and get your Christmas shopping done now while you can. Hoard your food. Get your 2-year supply. Patriot and get a gun. Jesus. Hate thy neighbor. Covet thy neighbor's Walmart goods. Oh my God. Usury on the University of Utah, the U's for usury. I thought that was a crux. I thought he said get rid of your personal possessions. I thought he went in with a whip. Buy here, payday, dollar loan center. What? I thought Jesus was anti-loaning for profit. At all costs, Utah was the last state to get rid of usury laws. What? Well, their own theology. The Mormons' own theology says this, that Christianity in the United States will be hijacked. All of it, not just Mormonism, by false prophets. And it'll take a white horse prophecy. Mitt Romney, he's been talking about usury a little late after he was usury. I guess I always say better late than never. Consume, obey. Die young of cancer and loving it. I mean, unconscious America. I mean, people are gone. People will click. They'll have McDonald's delivered to their door. Whoa. I mean, comfortability is not the zenith of life. In fact, it's a suicide rap. It's a death trap. We have a cancer epidemic in children here. Major one just in the last several years. Wonder what that is. The jet stream directly from Japan. Directly. You draw a line right here. These mountains right here in front of my house. They don't just catch snow. They catch everything. Oh, I know. Tell me I don't know. Though I walk through the valley of the fucking shadow of death, which I have. There's a great moment Brady gave. That kid's from Utah. That little 10-year-old boy. He's got a brain tumor. They got rid of it. He's in the fight for his life. You know, we need to support all our children. Oh, I know this fight. Fight goes on. I'm getting close to my 10-year mark. Gonna have a party for me, I think. 11/11/11. There's no stairway to heaven, Kevin. Where'd you sleep last night? Don't you fucking lie to me. I slept in the dead fucking pines with the suns from Fukushima, Japan. Oh, they always fucking shine. Way up farming. All the trees are dead, including mine. My dog's died of leukemia right here. Fucking radio roundup, fucking mega welfare dairy, fucking spraying roundup, fucking when he knows I'm fucking fighting for my life. I have my leukemia. Head of the DNR fucking steals billions and fucking gazillions and trillions. There'll be no charges. The American fucking Christianity way. American manufactured Jesus. Hate thy neighbor. Covet thy neighbor's Walmart goods. Nobody wants to come in your fucking house and steal your Walmart goods. I mean, it's unbelievable. Obey, consume, obey. In the name of Christianity? What have they done to Christmas? Turned it into a freak show, usury freak show. The volcano. What's in it? You don't think China syndrome's real? As you know, I named it Del Mar, Argentina syndrome. Where's the core? Somebody asked me. Go get a bone marrow biopsy. You ever had one of those? Drop on your hip, go into your hip. I've had 13 of them. That's my goal in life. I tell my doctor all the time to never have another bone marrow biopsy. Whoa. Coming up on 10 years of my first one. Ooh, I think that happened on 11/9, not to be confused with 9/11/11. Scientists are mystified, they're baffled, they're puzzled, they're stumped, they're perplexed, they're bewildered. Freaking, that's not science. What Kevin Blanch done is science. First you hypothesize the knowledge. These are full core blown out meltdowns. They're going to burrow into the fucking earth. They're going to burrow into the Pacific Ocean. Hell of a way to boil a fucking planet. Hell of a way to boil an ocean. They're going to get in the fucking, breaking news, jet stream moves left to right. Breaking news, fish swim. The pandemic, the first hypothesis, this is the World Health Organization, not me. Don't freaking go after me. World Health Organization says that it was a wet market in China from a fish. Horseshoe bat ate fish. Human ate horseshoe bat. It's irony because the antidote is the horseshoe crab, the blue bloods in Chesapeake. We want to protect that. Rachel Carson on chemo, literally. Mutation jumped from fish to bat to human. From human to human to human. Where did the fish get it? Yay, Tom Brady gives football to 10-year-old fighting cancer. Why don't we, come on, Tom. Come on, any of you celebrities. Why don't you fight back on who's giving all of this? And that's the thing. It's the great equalizer. If you don't think you can get it, cancer, all the elites, they have a pill. Then how come Paul Allen didn't take it? You know, Paul Allen was friends with Maxwell. Remember their big yachts tearing out the Barrier Reef? Remember Maxwell had a Save the Oceans Foundation post-2011. Greenpeace Sierra Club, freaking out. We all live in a greenwashing machine. For Kevin reached into the bag. Where's your rock? Get your, oh, I got it. Come on, where's your other rock? Oh my God, I didn't lose it, did I? Yeah, I got it. My granddaughter gave me that in the bone marrow transplant. I cleaned down it when I was going in and out of a coma. I still have it. That was given me to by a healer in Big Sur at Pacific Grove. For Kevin reached into the bag, and he slung the stone, and it struck that giant in his fucking forehead. And the giant fell to the ground. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. Stay tuned.